Hey guys, it's Jojo Fabs live, getting ready to interview Marii Jane. Her female hustle is amazing. Give it to you. Shout out to you, girl. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Live, Marii Jane on Jojo's vlog. You ain't grinding until you're on my vlog, Jojo's vlog. Peace. Well, Marii Jane, I want to know, for us to let everybody know, the world know who you are.
To all those that aren't familiar, my name is Marii Jane. I was born in Costa Rica, but I was raised here in North Miami. I came here when I was about 1 year old. You know, I was a little youngin'. So I don't really say I'm from over there. I'm like North Miami all the way, 199%. You dig?
Why did you choose the name Marii Jane? What is the history behind it?
There's a lot of history with that name, but first, you know, besides the obvious, I am a 24/7, I wake and bake type of motherfucker, you feel me? But the essence of Marii Jane is to like elevate, cause like lyrically I'm stepping in the game to elevate y'all, take y'all to another level, zone y'all out, get y'all high off of my essence, not just smoke weed every day, you feel me? So basically that's the history of the name Marii Jane, and why I choose to run with that and whatnot. I want to elevate people. When you hear me, I don't care if it's a song about a shoelace, whatever the fuck I rap about, you gonna get in that zone when I'm on that level. So it's Marii Jane, I'm here to get you high, I'm here to get you lifted, feel me? That's how I'm rocking.
So what directed you to be involved with music? Why did you get involved? You know, any reasons, you know, issues in your life? You know, a lot of people sometimes relate to music because of the situations they've been to.
Well, definitely is relative to my lifestyle, you know, but I was that little kid. I was like maybe in elementary school. The teacher said write an essay about a red ball. I came back with like 4 pages about that bitch. I could be in class like, yo teacher, look, you gotta hear me out, you gotta hear me out. And I just stand up and I read, and whatever the fuck I wrote, everybody was like, oh shit. Like my teacher would always be like, oh, I want to hear your answer. And you know, it just developed, like it went from writing just essays to writing poetry to writing songs to just like being my therapy. That's what I call it, really. Like I write to like vent, like probably the things that I can't tell people or emotions that I just have inside that I could put them down on paper better than I can in words. That's how I get off, basically. So I've always been inclined, like musically inclined, though. I was like in middle school playing band. I've always like, you know, Tupac and artists like that inspired me since I was young. Like I've always looked at it like something I could do as a hobby, and now I'm looking at it like a career. So basically that's a little bit about as far as why I do this. But I also
let us know who is this guest we have.
This very special guest, because in my life, you know, his name is Bubby. And he's my engineer, but he plays a big role in my career, you feel me? Like when he first met me, he said he would bring the better artists out of me, and I'm seeing it. The more we work, I'm seeing that artist. So I'm just looking ahead, like I know we're gonna make some serious moves.
I'm Bobby, Purple Label Entertainment.
How is it working with Marii Jane?
Working with Marii Jane, it's very interesting. There's Daisy comes in here and she's really quiet to herself in the corner, and Daisy's come in here and she's bouncing off the walls, talking to everybody, trying to, you know, make kind of a party out of the studio. She's a hard worker, I'll give her that much. Very, very hard worker. Since the first day I met her, she hasn't stopped. Hasn't. I mean, most people that I have worked with, the one thing they really have a problem with is the way I run my session. If you're doing something wrong, I'm gonna tell you you're doing something wrong. And I'm not telling you to try to tell you like, oh, you know, you're whacking. No, I'm trying to better you, because my name goes on this too. It's not just Marii Jane. Yeah, Marii Jane, everybody knows Marii Jane, but when people who really are into music go, yo, like who's behind you? That's when my name comes up, and I need to make sure that my name is just as solid as hers. Because if it's not, then
we're not going nowhere.
Exactly.
There's
we're
no
just
success in the way.
spinning in a wheel.
And how did you guys connect? How did you guys?
Well, we kind of have a mutual friend. Like, he called me and my other partner, D, to go eat or something. He's like, "Well, I have this girl I want you to meet." And we sat down. It was at Outback.
Yeah,
and
I
we were
like
just
that
eating
place.
whatever. Like, we kind of talked a little bit about
Honey
music,
mustard.
but for the most part, honey butter.
Yeah,
Honey butter.
honey butter is the business.
Honey butter. But we really didn't talk too much about music. I heard like 1 or 2 songs off her phone. Wasn't nothing like I could really like make judgment off of. But what I liked about her is that the conversation we did have, like we seemed to be eye to eye on the same level of like what our expectation and goals are out of life. And I was instant. Like within the first 2-3 minutes of talking, I already knew. I'm like, yo, like this girl has a good head on her shoulders. Let's hope that the music, backs up the personality. And it did kind of like I liked her, but my partner was in love. My partner was like, yo, this girl's watch, Bobby. I promise you, like we're gonna bring her under our wing and we're gonna really work on her. And
that's what they did.
the day I fell in love with Marii Jane, like I liked her. I never thought she was bad. But the day I fell in love with Marii Jane, the day she called me. No, but you worked. The day she called me and she was like, Bobby, I have this song, I just need a beat. I'm like, what song is it? She's like, oh, it's Pussy Good. No lie, she rapped the song beginning to end on the phone. I said, all right. Got home, she sent me like kind of an idea she had for it, and I made it that night. And then that next couple days later,
we laced it
and we banged it out.
Yeah, we smashed that. Like
from that day that she called me rapping the song, I fell in love with Marii Jane. I'm like, yo, that's it.
It was right there. That was love at first sight.
That was really
yeah, like Bubby's like one of the niggas that pushes me probably more than anybody. Fucking more than anybody. You feel me? Cause he won't let me get away with mediocre work. You know what I'm saying? And we're artists, yo. Sometimes we're high, we're ready to go fuck, chill, whatever the fuck we gotta do. Let's keep it 100, you feel me? And we're in the booth and we're like, all right, I'm straight. You might feel comfortable with what you have because you have an ear to music, but your engineer has a different ear to music, so he'll be able to depict and just know. And just as a person that, on a professional level works with artists like that, like, they should bring a better artist out of you. A nigga should not just be sitting there and hitting record on your ass. Somebody should have input, and thank God I've had Bubby, you know what I'm saying?
Did you have any artists in the music industry that you looked up to, a big fan?
Major inspirations, but my prime, my favorite artist in the entire world, I don't care who come out, who, whatever, Tupac all day, every day. That's who raised me, that's the artist that I grew up and bought every album. I bought The Rose That Grew From Concrete when that shit came out. You feel me? I cried when that nigga died. I knew that nigga or something like that. But 8Ball and MJG, those are my niggas right there. If you ask me best group, that's what I'll tell you. I grew up on them boys nobody has an idea. From Daylight to Friend or Foes to Love Hurts. They're my fools right there. I grew up listening to them dudes. And JT Money, which is now a great friend and mentor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy JT. That's my dude right there from the Poison Clan. You know what I'm saying? I was rocking with them, listening to them back then. And Lauryn Hill on the female tip. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we'll ever see another Lauryn Hill. I don't think we'll ever be, there'll never be a replacement for her talent. It's timeless. You feel me? She's the only female she's rough, but she's smooth at the same time without cursing, without a vulgar word. What she did, I don't think anyone could do. This era won't allow it anyway. And Raw Digger, I like Raw Digger a lot. And Mia X in the South, that's my bitch. Woo, that bitch right there. I gotta on my mixtape where I fuck with samples, I gotta rap on one of them.
For any upcoming female artists that's starting in the hip hop or any genre of music, what advice would you give them?
Don't be a yes person. Have your own character, your own attitude. Don't be afraid to limit yourself because you feel like you're a woman. And stay creative. Don't let nothing limit you from what you really want to say. There's not, this isn't ladylike for a girl to say. Do represent yourself well. You know what I'm saying? Bubby tells me all the time, don't be trashy, be classy. And that's something I keep in mind. Even when I write, I always want to elevate myself and other women when they hear my music. That's why I had to say what I said about Pussy Good, because it's a swag song. Any bad bitch would really feel it. And but always represent yourself well. Grind harder than the men. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a men's industry, like it is a man's world. So we do have to grind 3 times harder, and you do have to prove yourself. Because as an artist, they're not ready to like. You know, most artists are dudes. Dudes get pushed more than females, I feel, all the time. So I think if you do grind hard, you'll get pushed, but don't let that set you, like, limit you or be afraid. I listen to my team at all times, you know what I'm saying? We make team decisions as far as my career goes, but I have input on what I want to be seen in my career. I'm not here like, okay, yes, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, if Marii Jane has an idea, I voice that. If my idea is a great idea, we input it, you know what I'm saying? So have input, just be a boss. Like, it's about being a boss.
What's the next move for your music? Where are you headed? Where do you see yourself?
I'm just being creative right now, and I'm trying to like grow. My focus is on my fan base right now. I want the real people to follow me. I want the real people to be involved in my movement, you know what I'm saying? Because this is going to be a big movement. Right now we have big plans. You know, I plan on having some, you know, purple label Marii Jane t-shirts, and I definitely want to give a lot of my supporters, you know, those type of things, some personalized mixtapes and shit like that. But I'm definitely involved in a lot of projects. You know, I can say I'm very busy. I have a lot going on. I have a lot planned. The blueprints, you know, I'm setting my own blueprints. I respect all the other blueprints that have been paved the way, but I'm making my own, and I'm just working towards every goal, realizing like every single one of them, and just not sitting on what if I should have, could have, or would have. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to make every opportunity that God puts in my path possible, because you never know. I don't underestimate anything or anybody. It could come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I like tracks and I put them out and people don't like them. They like the track I don't like. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how the fuck y'all like that shit? Like that shit. Like, one of my personal tracks, but it's because it's personal, it's past, present, and future. That shit to me is like so hard. And some people, like my brother's like, man, why you putting shit out like that, man? You gotta make people dance and that real shit. I'm like, nah, nigga, that's where I was right there at that point in my life. I wanted to put that out, and a lot of people appreciate the track. But Pussy Good, like that shit got mad plays on YouTube. I get on Twitter, people like, yo, Pussy Good, like. And I love that track, but you know what I'm saying? I feel like there's more to me than just pussy and a pretty face. And y'all gonna see that on my next projects. Like, I think we still gonna have some Pussy Good fire ass club shit, you feel me? But there's gonna be some shit that you gonna be like, okay, I see, like, you could really go get marketed any kind of way. I don't just wanna like, you know, I'm a hip hop artist, but I want to show my versatility in a creative way. You know what I'm saying?
Motivate a lot of other women like myself, you know, to just support people like you.
Thank you.
You know, hear your music and share it with everybody else that we know.
Yeah.
Because it's the attracting of the realness of who you are.
No, thank you. I can't thank you enough. You know, that means a lot to me when real people can acknowledge that. That's all I want to get acknowledged by, the people that are worth, you know what I'm saying, hearing those words from as yourself. You know, that means a lot to me. That means every effort that I'm doing, it's, you know, it's going somewhere. I want to be an inspiration. Like, everything that I've gone through in my life, I don't want people to go through that. Don't be like me, be better than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't make the mistakes that I made, be greater than that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I put shit on wax, so y'all can hear it. And y'all can look in the mirror and be like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this, and inspire y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, and feel good about yourself. In life, to me, the most important, the best music is the one that makes the audience feel better about themselves.
So, where can we find your music? What websites, if we want to download your mixtape? You know, let me know where we can find your music.
You can find me on Facebook. It's Marii Jane. First Marii, space Jane, double I's, no I. My Twitter at Marii Jane 420, and Reverb Nation, Hot New Hip Hop. You can find me on there, and in a minute we'll have an official Marii Jane site. You know what I'm saying? We're working on some things, so definitely just stay tuned. But you can definitely find me on Reverb, Hot New Hip Hop, Facebook, Twitter. I'm all over them.
It still feels like the first time. It's gotta be love when you feel butterflies on the inside. Close my eyes and all I see is you and I. Even pictures together in my next life. I never felt this way, I never thought I'd say. But you made me feel complete in every way. Ever since I met you, nothing's been the same. You make me feel alive, make the pain go away. Put a smile on my face, make me wake up to better days every day.